Yeah, so when I left, I told my youngest, I said, remember what the buffalo tells his son every morning. Bye, son.
I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. I'm gonna right through Zoom. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna slap you with my tiny hand.
I thought it was funny.
Ah, so much JENergy. Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much JENergy. Let's stick together with some high kicks. Bow, bow. All right, everybody, welcome to this episode of So Much JENergy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I'm here with Jeff Jones.
That's right, Jen. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here all the way from New York on this screen.
I have nothing else going right now. I'm joking. There's plenty I could be doing.
Waiting for your DoorDash. Being a dickery do.
Oh no. better than a dickery don't.
All right, everybody. I'm so excited this week. We have been waiting, I don't know, like 11 days or something since we scheduled.
So long.
It's so long. We're joined by the super cute, the Smokescreen of burlesque of the Black Shawl Cabaret. Okay, that's not tap shoes, okay? That is lots of skin.
That's like round.
Yeah, right. And she is the owner and CEO of Adoration Studios. And she's just a badass person that you'd want to know that I met at a networking event and went to see her show. So it is Adora Opens.
Thank you so much for having me. I love that intro. I love it when it sounds like a WWE.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Should have had Jeff Jones like ding ding and then like ring the bell and then be like, he's like, and in this corner. And then, but then you just blast open, and then they're like, Adora Opens. But then you just come out, and then they don't say anything else because that's your name. But they think they're just saying Adora Opens, right? And then like you just show up, and then they're like, what's her name? Oh man, yeah, we are so excited. We've been talking for 15 minutes already about a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of good times. She learned about bright brown.
Yes.
She has on some bright brown earrings. Very excited about that. She's
Does.
gonna use
Earrings
that.
very dangly.
Very dangly. Yeah.
Adora. Is that short for adorable?
No, that's cute though. I'll take it.
That's so funny because we did talk about like how you mentioned when we first met that roller derby. I said I played derby, and then we were talking about burlesque and how they are kind of like sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty parallel.
They really are. I feel like one is like the sister that doesn't like to get dirty, and one is like, let's go wrestle in the mud.
Yeah.
Right, but they're in the same family.
They pretty much are. It's pretty much like roller derby with boas.
Yeah. And
pasties.
And less clothes. And no roller skates.
Yeah.
No
there
roller
are
skates.
a couple of burlesque performers who do perform on skates, which is pretty awesome.
Whoa.
I am not that talented.
Yeah. I feel like I'd have to hold myself up on a stopper. Our parents met at a roller rink.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's precious. I love that.
When they were
I haven't been
teenagers.
skating in so long. Teenagers. Going to the rink. I love it.
Fortunately, because of that, though, we did get to hang out at a lot of roller rinks growing up.
We did. We learned to skate. We skated pretty early. I probably skated when I was 3, 4.
5, 4.
Yeah.
Usually
Awesome.
Yeah. So it was interesting because in roller derby, like taking off to skate, you could tell who rollerbladed because they would push off like going sideways. And then the roller skaters ran on their stoppers because that's how you'd get going. Yeah. Yeah, good times.
I don't know.
So
I think I maybe had rollerblades, but I think I was more of a roller skater.
yeah. So
Yeah, you
tell
can
us.
tell the difference
I'm
by
sorry.
who shoots. You can tell the difference by who shoots the duck and who doesn't.
Yeah.
You ever seen someone shoot the duck on rollerblades?
Yes,
Me.
my mother, because she was very good at it. I
On
could
rollerblades?
No, oh sorry, my bad. On skate.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, skates. That was. We had shoot the duck competitions at the roller rinks we went to.
Yeah.
Where you just did it and you just had to keep going until you fell.
Right. Yeah. Whoever lasted the longest.
Uh huh.
That takes me back.
I know.
Oh,
That got
man.
me thinking. That's when she started talking about running on stoppers. That got me. I could feel that right now.
Yeah.
Limbo was my favorite though.
Oh, when you'd like stretch your skates all the way, and then you gotta like. But if you had a fat head, you were out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
put
Fat
your head
booty.
and like rub your nose on the wax of the floor. Like, oh, I smell it.
Jen did not make it very far.
I did not. I had a big booty too.
And
so
a fat head.
fat head, big, like puffy booty. I was more about a Care Bear stare. You know what I mean? Like I could do that.
Hey, that's something we use in burlesque, actually. Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did go. Oh, your door is opening.
It's the cat. Actually,
I was
it's
like-
ghost. I should have said.
Oh, is
My
that paranormal? Oh, shooshi. All right. Well, yeah. So we went to the show, like 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Oh man, such a good time. It's so interesting too to like watch the crowd. You know, like it was just such a funny mix of people. You know.
Yeah, it really pulls in all kinds. I think burlesque is something that is captivating and interesting to so many different types of people. It's not just like, you know, when
Right.
you think of like a biker bar, you're only going to see bikers there. At
Yeah.
a burlesque show, it's a really cool range of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there was like some of the actions of the dancers. I was shook. I mean, like on the pole, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know how that's happening right now. You know what I mean? And it's not even like about the clothes or the movement or like whatever. It's about like, you know, just showing, I don't know, I felt like just the athleticism, I guess I would call it, was like, and I didn't know, like, because we were trying to get the money up there, like throw the money, and then I feel weird about throwing it, you know what I mean? And Josh, I don't know, oh God, I hope nobody saw this, but he made his into like a little paper football so that he could get it up there, and he just...
We actually love that. So it is when you're not used to like a tipping culture type of an experience, it feels odd and you're like, is this appropriate? Why does this feel weird in my body?
Yeah.
But then once you realize what it is and you've come a couple times, you get really into it.
Yeah.
We get all of our tips basically jammed in a little bag and then we shove them in our suitcase, and most of the time I don't look at it until the next day or like later that night.
Oh yeah.
There will be like little t-shirt origamis, little like paper footballs, little like somebody made a ring once.
Oh wow.
Ring out of money, and I was like, people get really creative. I have had someone put a piece of chewing gum and wad it up in a dollar bill and throw that once. And that almost caused, there were some people, we were making change in the back. And so we were getting all the tips and going and taking them in so more people could get singles, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And somebody found it and they were like, I'm going to go say something. I'm so pissed. I can't believe somebody would be that disrespectful. And I was like, you can't say anything because then it's going to change the whole vibe of the room and it's just going to be awkward. I was like, you just got to let it go.
And it sucks. They probably did it for the weight so that it could carry further.
Maybe they probably needed to throw it from the back of the room. They should have wrote on it.
I don't know. Gum is not a good option.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Chewed gum grossed me out anyway, and wet paper. I'm out. So that's a double value. I'm out of both of those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, funny thing was, so at the show, you guys mentioned too, like if we get close and you don't want us by you or, whatever, and then you can do this. So the funny thing is we've done this for years and years, only because when our daughter was in like 7th or 8th grade, during sex ed, they were talking about alcohol, and like going to a party, and the kid was like, "No, I do not want any alcohol." And the other girl was like, "Why are you doing that?" And he said, "Oh, on my card it says cross your arms." So he was just like, instead of like this, so since our daughter was in like 7th or 8th grade, we've always been like, "No." And like when we go somewhere and when we all do that, people are like, "Wow, that is a hard no." Like,
Well, you
no,
gotta
we don't
describe
want
what you're
that.
doing, though.
Yeah. No, I don't tell anybody. When somebody's like, "Hey, do you want?"
No,
to do
I mean
this?
on here.
Oh yeah. So it's like you put your arms up, literally like in a cross.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an
Big
X.
ol' X. Like, no, this is a hard no.
Yeah,
No,
it's not the fingers.
No.
It's
like
not
your
a
arms,
closed. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No. Oh
It's-
gosh.
Speaking about that, it's really important for us just to make our spaces safe.
Yeah.
And so for us as performers, we're being so vulnerable
Right.
and so open with ourselves, right? Like burlesque is, the art of the striptease, and there's so much nuance underneath it, but really we are exposing a deeper part of ourselves outside of like taking off actual garments. And so it's already a really vulnerable place to be. So
Sure.
there have been situations before where, people make cat calls, like inappropriate calls, or like try to touch a performer just because they're walking by. And so we just have like a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
want you guys to feel that same safety because we want you to come back. So
Right.
it's
Oh no,
it's
I loved it. I
already
thought,
awkward when
Yeah.
a hot babe or a hot guy is staring directly at you
right.
with like just glitter on.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that
Yeah.
alone is like
I will say that there was 4 of us that went. We went with our best friends, and I will say, so during this one show, the girl was like standing on the chair, jumping on the chair, doing things on the chair, and we were both in like, we all went into like parent mode, and we were like, she needs to get down. Like, that is stressful. Like, I was like, get down. That is not safe. Afterwards we were laughing so hard, like, oh man, I just went right into mom mode. You know what I mean? It's like,
that
girl.
is hilarious. I've never heard somebody like have that reaction to doing like that is really funny.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with
Yeah.
me. That's wonderful. Jeff, you should have been there. Where were you?
I know. I
We did it
know.
Together. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, it was great. Oh shoot, I did find something for you too. So does your performance change each month, or based on the show?
The performers.
Yeah. Do you like your costumes?
Costumes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to talk about it in case I'm not trying to give it away. But as part of one of your costumes, you had like a cowboy hat on, and then when you took that hat off, you had like a tinier cowboy hat, right? Which was so hilarious, and I friggin' loved it. I found an even tinier cowboy hat, like to go under the tiny hat, but I found like a pack of them, and I got them for you. So we
my
can
gosh,
put it
that's
on like a hair
amazing.
clip.
Yes.
Like to just clip it, and then it will be it's so tiny, it's like this big. It's so stupid.
You want to know something funny? I found that tiny little hat in like the pet Halloween costume section. It's for like a dog. I'm like, this is perfect.
That's so funny, because we were like, oh man, what if this is like Russian doll, like cowboy hats? Like, this was great. I loved it. It was so funny. It was really funny. Yeah.
That's so cute. So something else that like, especially because there's multiple, my mind straight goes to, so my pasties, which is the nipple cover for that show, I decided to pull out my golden fiddles, which they have a really cool story, but it would be really cool to do a cowboy shaped hat, but then have tassels that are actually cowboy hats, and then you can put them around. So that could be a cool.
Or maybe if you
okay.
if you had like a larger, like if you had like a guitar, there were 2 guitars, and then when you pulled the guitars off, then the fiddles were on or something. Oh man. Shoot.
Classic. I love it.
Oh,
I know,
man.
you got me thinking. I should be in
good-
costume design. I got
So many need to check the size for that. Like, let me check this. That's like, oh yeah, one hand is a guitar size. Oh my gosh. No, I thought it was great.
For the listeners though, we should have her. Can you describe what goes on during a cabaret show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I'll just say this first as a disclaimer. Every show is different, right? Every show is a completely different experience. So a typical Black Shawl Cabaret show is you're going to come in, you'll get greeted, you'll give us your name. We try to do pre-sale tickets only, and that is a very specific reason, which I can get into later. But anyway, so you come in and you'll find your seat. VIP have reserved seating in the front, and then grab a drink, go to the restroom, chill, mingle, and then we have some pre-music that lines up with whatever theme that we've got for the show. Before the show, and then we have our host come out. This last show specifically, we had a cast or a troupe member that wasn't able to be at the show due to knee surgery. So we had her pre-record the intro, like everything the host has to say, which is the fun stuff, get you excited, and then the boring stuff, like these are the rules, like follow these or leave, right? But it was really cool because we had her voice, and then we had the kitten for the show, which if you're not familiar with burlesque shows, kittens are like a stagehand, and they come and clean up all the money and the costumes after the performance. So she was up there. I said, this is what I want you to channel. Flight attendant, like miming instructions to what she's saying. Yeah. And everyone loved it, and we're like, I think we should just keep this. Like, this is kind of cool. Yeah.
Did you do them as a silhouette?
No, it was her on stage. Yeah. So that happens, and then we introduce our first act, and a show can have anywhere from, honestly, it could have anything from like 6 acts as little as 6 acts. The show had 8. And sometimes I have FOMO and I'm an overachiever and I want everyone to perform. So I've had shows with like 18 acts. I had a show once that had 21 acts. It was like 2.5 hours.
Whoa.
It was so good, but it was so long, too long.
Yeah.
So there's
How long is an average show?
So ideally you want to shoot for like anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half. That's your sweet spot. I think with 8 acts, we were at like an hour and a half with our intermission.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. So that's the ideal goal. People are excited. They want to be there. They don't get bored at intermission and leave. You never, like, the thing that sucks the worst as a producer is you got 2 acts left and like half the room is like dipped. And you're like, oh, it's just this gutting feeling. You're like, no, these are like, we saved these beautiful cool ones for, not like they're better than anyone else, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the big kahuna.
Yeah.
So with the acts, does each performer, do they come up with their own act, or is it all choreographed around a theme, or is there a general choreographer for a theme, like a director almost?
So not for these type of shows. So these type of shows we're doing like bar shows. Okay. So the individual performers are coming up with their own act concept, costume, choreography, all that stuff. Sometimes we'll do group numbers, and I typically choreograph or co-choreograph an act, and then we like coordinate all of our costumes and all that. Group acts are so much fun, but it's a lot of work for a little bit of pay. So like, you have to really love to do it, as opposed to like, yeah, I'll add that to my wallet, Yeah. It's not really going to give you that. So most of the time, it's everyone on their own, but we'll do one or the other. We'll either pick a theme and say, we're going to do a show around movies. And everyone's like, okay, I'm going to do this movie, and they pick. Okay. Or it's like, let's just do, everyone does their favorite act out of their whole catalog of acts, or just a general burlesque show where it's just like whatever they whip out of their hat is what goes on stage.
Right, like a potpourri of whatever.
Yeah, I love themes, but I also love shows that don't have themes. There's pros and cons to both. Creating something for a specific show that you might never do again is like, oh dear you really want to put all that time into like making this thing that will never fit in any other show?
Right. Has there ever been a duo, like a two-person like act that just generally stuck together?
Yeah, there's a lot in the burlesque community who are duos and they travel all around. I had a duet partner. Okay, so they came up with the concept and then we co-choreographed it. And then this was while I was living in Hawaii. And this is where the golden fiddle story, actually. So she said, I really want to do a duet to Devil Went Down to Georgia. She's from Georgia. I'm from Tennessee. I said, hell yeah. She said, I'm going to be the devil and you can be Johnny. And I was like, okay. So we each had our moment where, like, in the beginning, we had a little bit of choreography together. And then basically she's trying to seduce Johnny, right?
Right.
And Johnny's like, during Johnny's fiddle solo, he's like seducing the shit out of her and the audience, right? And then at the end, we did some choreography together and we both had golden fiddle pasties on at the end. Yeah, so it was like, nice. We're like, okay, we'll seduce each other. It's fine. It's great. And we actually took that act to Maui for a competition. And we did it several times in Hawaii. I'd love to have her. She lives in, I don't know, she's somewhere out west. So we haven't done it in years, but yeah, there's quite a few other duets that travel and they're like, we're a package deal. Yeah, okay. It's really cool.
I mean, I can see the downside is that you do have to split the money with the other person, so you're only getting half of the proceeds. But if you can come up with a decent enough duo, it seems like it would kind of almost pay off, especially if it's more of a rarity.
Yeah, well, and two, a lot of duets are couples, so that money's technically funneling into the same.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of all of it?
Oh gosh. I just love it so much. I think honestly, my favorite part for myself is just being able to have a creative outlet to just literally the wildest ideas in my head and like turn them into something tangible. As burlesque as a whole, I think my favorite thing is honestly the community. The people that I've met that do burlesque, that I've learned from, mentors, coaches, teachers, the people that I meet as peers, and then the people that are patrons of the art. It's just the most accepting, welcoming, inclusive, celebratory. It's like everybody has drama, right? There's drama, but like 95% of it is like you don't want to hang out with anyone else after you've hung out with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it kind of says a lot too, because there were a lot of you at the networking event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the girls in the troupe found that. I wasn't even the one who found it. And she's like, this could be a really cool thing for us to do as a group. To one, hang out with each other.
Right.
And two, like the more people you have at an event, that many more people are going to know about what you're doing. Because I'm talking about it while they're talking about it and they're talking about it over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, by the end of the night, we were all in a big, huge circle and just hee-hawing it up, you know what I mean? We're just chatting it up. We were like the cool kids circle.
Yeah. Oh, we were definitely the cool kids circle.
Yeah. It was fun.
Networking.
Yeah. Hey, we got free food and I think it was free drinks.
Well, I think we got our first drink was free. Yeah. And it was a beautiful sunset.
My gosh, it was on a rooftop bar of the hotel and it was gorgeous. It was perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, real
Once
quick,
again,
tonight
Jeff.
is a supermoon.
Oh yeah. It's lunar. It's a lunar eclipse,
Is it?
I think. Yeah.
Yes, lunar eclipse. In Pisces, by the way. I was doing some, I get a little witchy. I don't know if y'all do, but.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Oh, I got booby rocks. I got I got it on my smudge. Well, the Jeff Jones, he does smudge different, but. He does personal smudge.
I smudge like anybody else that plays hacky sack.
Yeah.
Touche, Jeff. Touche.
Right. Yeah. Do you do anything else for like do you do ritual stuff or do you what else do you do?
Yeah, so I've got a little altar.
Yeah.
And I recently, the past couple months, found some friends who were actually as into it or a little bit more into it than I was to try to learn from. So we've done a couple full moon rituals. I try to do some stuff on around the new moon, and then I do tarot. I'm really trying to study and really, really learn it as opposed to just, I love pulling cards and all that kind of stuff. And I have a shit ton of crystals. I'm actually wearing, this is tangerine quartz right now.
Oh, yeah. I
and
love
then
that.
I've got a little black onyx here. A little protection.
Look at
And
these tarot cards that Jeff Jones got me.
Garbage
Pail
Kids.
Kids.
That is so awesome.
And they're all foily and they're super cool. And look at the book.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just got a workbook, which is super cool because bonus, it was in the clearance section. What I love.
Yeah.
I love a good deal, y'all. But anyway, it's like it walks you through what each, like all the arcanas, and then what the minor arcanas, you know, all the cards, what they mean, and then you get to like pull key words out. So it's almost like a study guide for tarot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is exactly what I've needed.
That's awesome. Yeah, Jeff Jones. So Jeff Jones, I guess I would call him like a hobbyist. Like he loves to try different things.
Yeah,
and then
I do try a lot of things. See what sticks with me.
Yeah. But he was trying tarot at one point just to see like what was up.
Yeah.
And I did find, like, I don't know if it's the Idiot's Guide to Tarot or the Tarot for Dummies.
Mhm.
Like, where it really had to break it down very basic before I actually was like, okay, like, I get the arcanas and the you know what I mean? But I couldn't get to where I would just pull a card and be like, oh, the Five of Staves. Like, you know what I mean? I'd still have to go and look it up, see, like, okay, how would that pertain to me?
Yeah, I still look at the little book too and like read what they say about it. But I'm trying to like study the card itself and be like, oh, what is this card like? What do these pictures mean to me? And then, you know, try to like mirror that with what I'm reading.
Yeah. And the artwork I haven't seen a tarot deck I didn't like. The artwork of it. There's no bad artwork on a tarot deck. No matter what the theme is or what the artist is, it's just good.
Yeah.
I saw a Hocus Pocus tarot deck. I didn't buy it, but it's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, that's pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oops, I'm just making a note here real quick.
I'm just sipping on my brandy.
Yeah, your brandy and your...
Sometimes I talk in accents. I hope that doesn't offend anyone who's listening.
Who's offended? Get out of here. That's funny. No, I was gonna share too. So I found a group of we just call it Witchy Mastermind, and we get together like once a month, and we just like talk about like witchy stuff and business, and just like brainstorm different ideas and stuff.
Can I be in that group?
Yeah, you should be in that group.
That would be awesome. If you're taking new members.
Yeah. It's all about like leveling up too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what's amazing is, you know, just bringing energy to the way that I am. Like I love to connect, and then that's where all my ideas start like, you know, taking off. And then my intuition hits, and then I'm like, oh, what about this for you? And what about that for you? And then everyone's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's a good time. Plus, I mean, full moon, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Energy is dead. Yeah, I like to do that too. Someone said this to me. It was a massive compliment, and they called me a facilitator.
Oh yeah.
Like just creating the space and holding the space to like for other people to come in and connect. And I was like, damn, that's pretty. It's pretty high priestess of me.
Kind of part of facilities.
I found a sticker at the bin store. We go to the bin store all the time and find random stuff, but it said safe space, and I bought it because I was like, I love that. Like, it's just so important to create a safe space anywhere. You know what I mean? So that people can be authentic and be how they want. And I don't know. I just think it's so important to like release any of that.
Yeah, I have a little safe space like astronaut sticker on my like at the studio on the sign.
Oh yeah.
With the clear sign, there's this little tiny sticker. Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Of astronauts that are not stuck in space.
They're not stuck. They're
Jen,
safe.
I know we talked about it, but I'd like people to know still that the astronauts are still stuck on the International Space Station. And a quick update, I know that they were waiting until somebody else came and visited the space station maybe in the next year to bring them home. And I just want to let people know that there was another country that was almost on its way to the space station.
Yeah.
To help them until they found out that the spacesuits were not compatible, and so they carried on with themselves. So they are still on the space station.
Hard pass. Hard
Yep.
X on that. Hard arms crossed.
Go America.
Who knew that spacesuits were not universal?
They're not universal. So they are taking that up at the International Space Council.
Who knew that is a problem?
Sorry about that. It's a quick interruption.
We did talk about it before, though.
Side update. That's what I got going.
Yeah. Not burlesque related, but yeah.
No,
but I feel like I should make an act about it.
Equally as sexy, but like you should. You
could come out in moon boots
and like be it all in slow motion, like you're on the moon.
Yeah, we have. So this isn't burlesque. This is drag. But someone in our troupe recently did a drag number to Rocket Man, and they were in like a spacesuit. They even like, I don't know if it was 3D printed, but they made like the head globe, and they're in there, got like tears painted on their face, and they're just crying. And I'm like, this is yes,
that is amazing.
Yeah, a whole space themed show would be really cool.
That would be cool. Like you could have like. Oh, yeah.
So much dry ice.
So
well, actually, yes, that. But we could have like that astronaut food or astronaut candy or something.
Oh, yeah.
Remember astronaut ice cream? Did you guys ever eat astronaut ice cream?
Dippin' Dots, yeah.
No, not Dippin' Dots. They used to sell this at like Greenfield Village and Huckleberry Farms.
Yeah.
It was called astronaut candy. It looked just like an ice cream sandwich, but it was made out of the same stuff that like circus peanuts were made out of. Oh. Do you remember circus peanuts? They were orange and like they was like eating styrofoam.
They were bright brown.
Thank you. My bad.
More like pastel brown, actually. Pastel brown.
Very pastel.
Yeah, a diluted bright brown.
But that's what the astronaut ice cream was. It was just like eating styrofoam.
It's like dehydrated cotton candy if it can be any more dehydrated.
Yeah, like a brick, yeah.
Like, it should be melting on your tongue, but it's not. It's like cardboard or something. I don't know. It's weird. We're not selling it. We're not selling it. No. Oh, man. You know, if you had a space show, I bet Jeff Jones, he would just come in like Michael Jackson and just do the moonwalk. He'd just moonwalk.
I'm not above that.
I'm going to send you dates. If I book a space show next year, I'm sending you dates, Jeff Jones.
Yeah.
Send dates. Where are you? Bristol?
Cry space tears that go up.
Yeah.
Space tears. Just out there.
Yeah. Oh man.
I know.
That'd be fun. Like come out like an alien, or I mean, there are just so many good options.
What if you were like a sexy predator?
Oh man.
Right? Isn't predator like the alien, like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
like the sexy dance.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much.
You do that, Jeff Jones.
Or a sexy Chewbacca.
Oh. He would. Now, if you're talking about Bigfoot, he would do it. Or any type of cryptid. If you have a cryptid show, he is all over that. 100%.
I'm not above a
Mothman?
space show.
If you do a Mothman?
Mothman. Oh, gosh. I need stilts, I think.
Yeah.
Spock.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can do the... Hang on, wait. This hand's better.
Yep.
I'm using that picture for the social media. I'm just kidding.
I think the crazy face I made at the very beginning, that one, that would be a good one. Whatever it was.
I know. Oh man, good times, good times. So you also do yoga, you have like a studio that you're doing other stuff in there too, right? You do what's the drumming one?
Pound.
Pound. It's a type of town, I thought, but no.
Oh wow, I got that way late.
Oh me.
Stupid.
Do not mind her.
Yeah, ignore that. Yeah, can you explain what
Yeah.
pound is? Not the unit of measurement for your weight either.
Yeah, so it's been around, I guess, probably a little over 10 years, and you get drumsticks, and the drumsticks it's different than your regular drumstick, so you can't bring your drumsticks from home. They're a little bit heavier, and you get to hit the drumsticks on themselves and then on the ground, so it's a lot of like squatting, a lot of leg. But the drumsticks are actually 1/4 of a pound each, which sounds light as a feather. But when you're doing reps up and down like this, or tiny circles, your arms start to feel like they're about to turn into spaghetti.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really fun workout, and you get to hit stuff. And it's very, like, the whole premise of it is it's a workout for rebels. Like, I don't really want to go work out, in air quotes. But I want to do something to move my body. So the music is loud. I turn like the twinkle lights on. It feels like a party in there.
Yeah.
And we're just getting down and sweating. And my class, the way I designed it, is it's only like a half-hour class.
Yeah.
So we're like working out hard for like 20 minutes, and we're laughing and whatever in between. And then we get a little cool down stretch moment, and then it's done. But it's similar, like the moves you're doing are very similar to kind of HIIT, if you know anything about like a HIIT workout.
Yeah.
So you're not just working the muscles in the class, you know, your muscles are going to continue to burn energy for the next couple hours or something throughout the day. And it just doesn't feel like you're working out.
Right.
So,
I know, I love that. And you're slapping stuff around, you're getting that energy out. Also, you know what I found out? So a lot of people with that live in their root chakra need drumming. Like that's why they're attracted to like drumming and like lower vibrational sounds. So a lot of times most people that love drumming are like they live in their root chakra.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great class, and that's just one of the classes we offer at the studio. We have, so our yoga teacher is currently out of commission. We have someone who can sub in, but what we're trying to do is put some of our classes on Patreon, on a virtual platform. So you can take the class and take it at home as many times as in a month that you want, and be able to access it without coming to the studio. The studio is also small. We can fit, you know, like, not for a yoga class or pound because you need space, but a dance class, like 9 people max, and it gets crowded. Yeah. So we want to be able to offer some classes to people who can't always come in. And then of course we have burlesque classes. They're super fun. We've got a heels class, which I think scares people sometimes because you think of like sexy high heels, like stripper dancing 5'6", whipping your legs this way and everywhere. And that's not necessarily the case. It's definitely a beginner level class, and I encourage people to wear just the tiniest heel if you're not comfortable wearing heels, like a little boot. But when your foot is in a heel of any kind, it makes your posture different, and we can use it and reframe it as opposed to like the patriarchal way of like why heels were invented. And like take our power back and like learn a powerful dance combo. Yeah. And feel empowered and awesome and sexy in these heels. And we have chair classes. We actually have adult ballet classes, which are really cool. And that's just a lot of just like training and like small movements, endurance. So we do a little bit of everything. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Jeff Jones used to wear a kitten heel when he was in tap.
What the hell? I took tap for a period of time.
That's awesome, Jeff Jones.
Yeah.
I've also taken swing lessons for a period of time.
Wait, which kind of swing?
Like West Coast.
Yes. I took one class. I'm obsessed, but I haven't had the time to go back.
I thought you were talking about like an upside down pineapple class.
Oh, like a
That's
swinger.
a
Swinger. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a swinger class. That's different. I'm sorry. That's like when you're camping and stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Incorrect.
I've taken a tap class once as well. I wasn't afforded the opportunity to take dance classes as a kid. You know, there were several of us young people in the house, and it wasn't the time. So as an adult, I took tap, ballet, jazz, and hip hop. And it was like a 3-month course of classes. And then we had a little student showcase, and you bet your butt I was in that student showcase, and I was giving all the face. My teacher said, he's like, if you kept at this, you could really go somewhere. And I was like, I think I'm just going to put it into burlesque.
Thanks.
We're like, where? Like, where? What am I?
Like Broadway? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What, out on a piece of cardboard outside the marathon? What's
Yeah,
happening?
on the street. Take it to the streets.
Take it to the streets.
You've seen Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo? That's what you got to do, is get the clubhouse back. That's what you use it for. You keep it.
Seen that. You stop talking right now.
Keep those lessons in your back pocket.
Yeah.
I still
You
have
never
my
know.
patch.
Oh,
I think it'd be cool to do a tap burlesque number.
Oh, yeah.
Or a hip hop tap workout. Whoa.
Mm.
Whoa. That sounds dangerous.
I don't know if I would feel comfortable teaching hip hop being as white as I am, but tap is also like tap is rooted in blues and stuff too. So
yeah.
How about I bring a teacher in? How about that? We do that. That'd be a fun class though.
That'd be good.
I bet you'd
Yeah.
sweat.
Oh man. I go to hip hop workout once a week. It's good. It's intense.
Is it like Zumba?
It's intense.
No, we don't do it in a tent. The class is intense. You're still on camping with your upside down pineapple. No, but it's like, when the instructor's booty is like, she should be washing cars with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how it moves like that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
Maybelline or
Maybelline?
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something funnier. But...
like, you know how Terry Crews like always does his pecs like that? Like, I feel like that's what our hip hop workout booty does. Her booty does that. But I don't know how to do it.
Practice.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think you can practice. Some people got it, some people don't.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, man. And when I'm doing hip hop workout, I don't know if you've experienced this in your class. Like, I mean, I can memorize, like, I can figure out. So in our hip hop, they don't tell you what they're doing. You just have to follow along and do it and hope for the best, right? So, like, some people are just, they're in the back and they are just, running amok. They don't know what is happening. And then they're like,
windmilling.
Yeah, and they're like, well, how long have you been doing this? I'm like, this was the first time I saw that song tonight. And they're like, what? They're like, you were just doing it with her? I was like, yeah, I just anticipate, like, what's she going to be doing? And then I do it, and it's the same thing over and over. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, okay. But yeah, same thing. I think I'm just too white to be, breakdancing out there, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, sometimes you got it, and sometimes you don't.
At least, well, no, we should totally try it. Did you guys watch the Olympics?
Yes.
Did you watch?
We watched it when it was happening.
Yeah.
I was like, is this real life?
That happened.
Also, bonus, I don't know if this is fact or conspiracy, but the next Olympics I know that it's going to be in LA, right? Didn't they already say? But they said they're not breaking they're not doing breakdance.
They broke out of the breakdance.
It was its first. I heard it was its first and last year at the Olympics.
One and only. France, they had their time. They picked their
person. Yeah,
whatever the, like, I don't know what you call it, like, we want this event because we're doing it in France, right? That's why it happened.
Yeah.
I hope next one we have juggling.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that really is a talent and a skill.
It is. It's so hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's like terraforming. It's so hard to just. And you think like, oh, the more I do it, it's just gonna click, and it's just hasn't yet.
I can't juggle. Mm-mm.
No, I can juggle things like in life, you know what I mean, but not physical items.
Yeah, I'm pretty coordinated. That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
I can run on stilts. Like there are things I could do that are like coordinated as shit.
Oh wait, are you?
I know he did want to go to clown school.
I tried to go to clown college. Clown college. You know how expensive clown college is? It's not like you're thinking. It's not that. It's expensive.
Wow. I bet you it's because all the insurance they have to have.
I don't know if it's the insurance, and the way they were selling it also was that like you're not just getting taught these few skills, you're getting assisted with creating a character that is your clown. It's not just like, oh, we can teach you to walk on stilts. Yeah, we can show you balloon animals. It's not that. It's like it is that, but it's a lot more than that. It's doing the makeup. It's creating the persona and the character that is the clown.
Do they get you jobs?
I don't know.
I mean, I think that would be part of it too. They got to have like hookups, don't you think?
See, yeah, and my problem is I wouldn't want like, don't pay me to be a clown. I just would go outside like Little Caesars. Or like, you know what I mean? I just would go stand like out in my driveway and like I don't want to be that weirdo in the neighborhood though. But that's the problem. You just get late. Oh, here's the clown again.
Yeah.
Here I come out and I got this big hula hoop like waistband get up, and I was like, hey, because that's my character. My character has like an annoying voice. My neighbor hates it. It's like, ah.
Well, I think you can just do that. You can just be out.
I know, but see, I feel like if I don't have like the juggling and I was so close to unicycling before it injured me, and like there was things I gotta have stuff to go with it. You know, anything.
Tell her about your bike. Tell her about your bike you got that you've been riding.
Oh, it's a '74 Schwinn, banana seat, 8 hangers. Not like the cool like East Coast one you think like somebody be riding around with like chain on it and stuff. It's not like that. This is straight up from like the Brady bunch.
I can dig it.
He rides it up into town. Got a banana seat.
I do.
What colors are they? What color is it?
Right now it's electric blue. My problem is that my tires are green. Like the rubber that the tire is made of is green, not like the tire's painted. I ain't some like weirdo painting a tire. You know? The tire is naturally rubber green. And so all of my color schemes, it has to go with green. And now to boot, my seat, which is like a banana seat, is red. So it sucks because I got green tires and a red seat. So like the only thing I could jive in there that like wouldn't look goofy was blue. But now I'm at a crossroads where it's like, do I paint it sparkly, like metallic ass purple, like a deep purple, because I think that would go good with the green and the red, or do I just go like lemon lime and just go like bright ass yellow? I think the bright ass yellow would be more eye catching, but would also make people be like, why is that grown man on his daughter's bike?
That part?
Feel like, yeah, but I feel like with the deep metallic purple, it's at least like, I don't know, more accepting, or I guess maybe it's just at least when I'm riding it at night, no one will see me. I don't know.
Interesting. With the deep purple and the green, I keep thinking of characters like the Joker, Hamburglar, like Ursula, right? Like all these like characters. That's like, oh, you must be really into Yzma from, you know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think lemon and lime would go cool, but could you like get a green seat? The red seat just makes you feel like you're just bleeding all over it.
Yeah. Oh.
It's got like, yeah, I could.
Yeah. Or put a cover over it, you know, like they have the elastic.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and
not think of that.
Yeah, come on.
And really with the vinyl that it is, I wonder if I could like Rit dye it.
Oh. I mean, what's the worst can happen? It'll look like crap.
Because now you got me thinking
it
that
would
bike
look brown, your favorite color.
That bike would look sweet if it was like a smoky gray frame with like a black seat and black tires.
Yeah.
People be like, who's that smoke rider?
smoke show.
Right? Now I'd show up at the skate park, visit the kids, be like, "What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got money for 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Whoa, who's that guy?" And they're like, "That's my dad."
That's my dad. Dad, you got money for 7-Eleven? Why are you up here?
Dad, 45 years old, out on a...
That's what I'm like. I can't hear you. I got Oasis in my earbud. You're like, Dad, why are you at the skate park yelling about Oasis? They're brothers. They hate each other. They're gonna tour again. Dad, stop yelling. I quit going there.
So dumb. Oh, God.
Yes,
Oh,
dear.
man. Well, where can people find you, Toots?
Ooh. Okay. All right. Buckle in.
All right, here we go.
Get your thumbs ready. So you can find me at Adora_Opens_burlesque on Instagram.
Okay.
That's where I'm most active. I'm Adora Opens on Facebook. You can also look up Adoration Studio on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to follow the troupe and our productions, you can look up Black Shawl Cabaret on Instagram only. Still haven't nailed down and put together a TikTok for any one of those platforms, and I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got an email list that I never email.
All right.
So you could join it. A lot of times I'll just send out like, "Hey, there's a show coming up. Did you see it?" Like 2 weeks before the show because I forget and procrastinate.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, you're on the last minute list."
Ooh.
I know. They should be the first, right? Yeah, that's something maybe that's something I can work on, right? For my up level.
Yeah. Maybe put that out there on the full moon. Put your intention out there.
I'll put it out tonight.
Yeah.
There it is. Supermoon.
Supermoon. Also, you have a show coming up on October 4th. And I specifically remember because I'm like, "Oh yeah, 10-4, good buddy." That's why I can remember. Yeah.
Now I need to make a reel about that. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that. Yeah, and actually, okay, so I typically like name all the shows. That's one of my favorite things to do is like come up with titles and names and all that fun stuff. I really love helping new performers figure out their name, like figuring out like what 2 words or 3 words you can put together to make this persona.
Yeah.
So the name of the show is Harvest Haunt and Hootenanny.
Oh.
Because I love alliteration. I love HHH, and I saw the font, and the poster has a skull with like flame eyes, and it's like melting upwards, right?
Oh, sweet.
And I'm like, we're in Appalachia. Let's just lean in even more.
Yeah.
And just have a hootenanny, and it's the beginning of October, so it's like maybe the first Halloween show in the area that's gonna be popping off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It'll be in downtown Bristol. And our shows typically start at 8 o'clock, so you can get there as early as 7. And then, honestly, you could be home before midnight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and you share with the community, right? You were doing donations for the women's shelter.
Yeah, so every show we try to pick a nonprofit that we feel like our values align with. But we've done stuff for like an assisted living home. We asked for donations to like give them Christmas presents. So we asked for like fuzzy socks and chapstick and lotion, like all that kind of stuff. We've done animal shelter. We did a women's shelter this past show. So I'm thinking maybe we'll lean into like food bank and ask for canned goods for October because it's starting to get into that season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important to me to like make that the philanthropy part of like what we do really integrated.
Yeah.
What we do is we're in the fringe arts, right? We shake our titties for money. We are sex workers. That's what we do. But I want to be very, very clear that we are here in the community and we are of value to the community.
Yes.
We offer entertainment, we offer escapism, we offer art and a place to feel included, right? When you don't feel like you fit in anywhere else.
Yeah.
And we give back to the community that we live in.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, that's amazing. So everybody should check you out. They should come to the show. Is the show at the same place every time?
Not every time. We have in the past we have had our shows consistently at the same place.
Okay.
We are looking at other venues. We love our venue.
Yeah.
The only problem is it's not handicap accessible. And so we would love to find a venue that is handicap accessible.
Okay.
And then of course we just want to spread the wealth throughout out the community.
Yeah.
And give everybody else a little love, because all of our venues gain from us having our shows there.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, they should definitely check out your show. I'll put all the links down below in the show notes. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out. And then you can always email us at feelthejenergy@gmail.com and let us know. Or if there's anything that you want to see on the show, feel free to share that too. So, yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thanks for being here.
Nice.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Good to see you, Jeff Jones.
Thanks for having me.
Go get your Grubhub or your DoorDash or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you, Jeff Jones, and thank you for Bright Brown.
Right.
Not a problem.